He is Adam Partington, the host of GrandOldTeam TV, of course, meaning we're going to talk Everton. Adam, good morning to you.
All right, Ed.
Hello, gents. How are we?
Well, good, very well. How are you?
Yeah, good, Tom. Thanks. That's the first time, Andy, that you've got my surname correct, so I like that, mate.
Do you know what? I don't know if you realise, but I sort of muffle it, the end bit. I sort of...
Yeah.
Adam,
is it a tough one for you, mate? Because it's Partington.
Can I be honest, Adam? It's a stupid name.
Oh, come on.
How dare you?
No, it is. Look,
see, I'm getting married in September.
Change your name. Change your name.
Well, no, because her name is Davis, and that's
Easy.
quite a boring... No, that's a boring surname. She's getting in advance.
What's her first name? Oh, no, don't tell us. There's no point.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, but there's too many hard areas. I mean, that's hard.
Partington.
It's too much going on.
Partington.
Adam Parton would work. Adam Parting
is
would
your
work.
nickname Parts?
Partsy.
No, Party Boy. No, I'm only joking. Absolutely not.
What is your nickname, Adam?
Well, Macca, which is dead strange, isn't it? But that just comes from school.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why? Did you think you were Steve McManaman?
No, absolutely not. Again, that's really rude. Lads, come on, I stayed up late for this. Don't accuse me.
No, but I mean, there aren't any sort of Everton players that you wanted to be.
There are. I'll tell you what. There used to be a program on Sky One called Dream Team. I don't know if you remember. It was about football, and there was a character on there called Mac, I think, and he had a skinhead. And one day I went into school with a skinhead, and my mate said, "You look like that guy off of the program, off of Dream Team." So that's where it came from.
All right. That's annoying, isn't it? Being an Everton fan, and you sound like a Liverpool player.
I know, it is a little bit. But also it could be McCarthy now, I suppose, couldn't it? You know what I mean? So anyway.
When are you getting married, Adam?
September.
Okay. Have you had your stag do yet?
No, in July we're going to Hamburg.
Why are you going there?
So, what do you mean, why am I going there? It's a cool place to go for a stag do.
Stays in Hamburg.
Can I just ask just quickly? You're getting married in September, right?
Yeah.
How do you know that there isn't a big fixture on that day? You don't, do you?
I don't, mate. That's the thing. I don't, and it could be a bit tricky. Well, my missus' family are all Stoke fans, so hopefully it's not Everton v Stoke, because that'll be extremely awkward.
But what about if it's the game at the weekend, which we've got you on to talk about? What about if it's Liverpool Everton that weekend?
Then I'll have to cancel my wedding, won't I?
Would you? I bet you would as well, wouldn't you?
No, I'm only joking. Of course I wouldn't. No.
Is she a big football fan, Adam?
No, she hates it. She hates it, Andy. Absolutely despises it. But as I say, all her family are massive football fans, but she hates it, which is probably a good thing.
Are they red or blue? Are they red or blue?
No, it's ironic. They're Stoke fans.
Oh, they're Stoke. They're the Stoke fans.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about this game at the weekend, because both sides have got key players missing. How do you think it will go?
They're both going to struggle to put a side out, I think, now. Do you know what, Andy? It's the derby at their place, so I'm never ever confident. And we haven't. Do you know what? Do you know what was top of the charts the last time?
Do you know? I think I saw it. Did Kevin Campbell score the winner?
Yeah, 1999. Mambo number 5 was top of the charts, lads. That's how long it's been. So I'm never ever confident going there. However, I don't know. I just feel this time, we're a bit of form, but it's them at their place. We could have Lionel Messi in our side and Ronaldo, and they could be playing like they're under 5s, and they'd still beat us at their place. Our record is shocking there. We'll see what happens.
But Ed, you go into this game. I think I'm right in saying that I saw a stat a couple of weeks ago saying that you were the most informed team in the Premier League. I think you turned your season around. It was a bit of a tricky and sticky start, but this calendar year, you've been magnificent.
I think it's a season, when they do this thing and they say if the season started in January, Everton would be top. I mean, obviously it doesn't work like that. But yeah, because if you remember rightly, the last time when we played them at Goodison, they won 1-0. Mane scored late on. And that was at a point where Koeman had been struggling a little bit. He'd had the win against Arsenal the week before, but he'd been struggling. And then there was a few murmurs around that point, and then we just literally went on this run. And since then, bar getting beat at Leicester, against Leicester in the FA Cup, and then obviously losing at Tottenham, I don't think we've lost. So yeah, it's been a good run since then, lads. But I'm still, honestly, as an Evertonian, I think most Evertonians will agree with me. It's hard to be confident for this one. Yeah. It really is.
And just quickly before I let you go, of course, your manager and your star striker Lukaku has been linked to moves away. If either of them went, would you go bananas?
Yeah, I think we spoke about this last time. Yeah, of course, I'd be gutted if we lost Romelu Lukaku. I think the club's in a decent enough position to pick itself back up again. It's not like, maybe a few years ago where if we lost our star man, we'd literally be on our backsides. But, of course, I'd be devastated if we lost Romelu Lukaku. Because they're so shaky at the back this weekend, as we know, he can call. Yeah, and it's about time as well, lads. He gives it the big one, and rightly so. Yeah. But I think he needs to start doing it in these really big games. And do you know what, lads? If he does it at Anfield and we go on to win, then if he leaves in the summer, he'll leave. I think most people will be like, "Oh God, at least he did that at Anfield." So yeah.
Adam, listen, thank you for coming on. Of course, we'll speak to you before you get married. But if we don't, do we get an invite to the wedding or not?
Of course, gents.
That's what I meant, the stag. Yeah, forget the wedding.
That'll be boring.
We could do a show from Hamburg. That'd be nice.
You could do that. No, I'll definitely speak to you before that. But thanks for having me on again.
Of course we will.
I'm going to get off to bed now because I've got work.
Good luck the weekend.
Thank you, Adam. Cheers, pal.
Thanks, lads. Take care.
Bye, mate.